What's up, guys? This is Thunder Games here, and today we are going to be showcasing you the airship that we have made. So let's hop right into it. We're going to wait for Bralican to get up into the sky so that we can have a better shot at doing this. Alrighty. So we're just gonna let him get to a certain altitude. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna try to do a challenge here. I'm gonna do something a little crazy. I'm gonna turn around and try to get on the middle so that it stabilizes the entire aircraft. Alright, here we go, coming in for a landing. My landing gear is automatically gonna drop. And nice and clean. So on this one, we do not have tires, because if we had tires on the bottom, we would just basically roll off, which would be very bad. Alright, so now we're going to go ahead and drive off. I might go ahead and come in again, but with this one, we're going to be doing something a little different. I'm gonna go ahead and just line it up. And since this vehicle kind of drifts a lot, you're gonna have to kind of be ready to land. I'm gonna go ahead and drop a little bit so that I'm closer to the aircraft. And instead of me actually landing in the middle, I'm gonna land on top right. I'm gonna go ahead and get ready. Here we go. And we are landing. So I am almost made contact. I'm gonna kind of just sort of taxi over to the corner. And I'm gonna drop, magnetize, and I'm gonna hop out. And we're gonna go land. I'm gonna grab me another vehicle and get up into the sky. I'm gonna line it up for the top left, but with this one we're gonna be a little farther back, not exactly aligned with the other one, because of these two extra like wing things that are circular around the cockpit, because that would cause it to break. And actually it looks like I have a little bit more extra room here, so I'm gonna land. And we are going down. Alrighty. So there is our second one. This has took us a couple months for us to get this perfectly right, and a lot of practice. So this is a custom fighter that I built exactly for this job of landing on the aircraft carrier. Alright, I'm gonna drop down, make it just a little lower, and land. Alright, and we are on. Look how stable that thing is. The thing is so cool. Alrighty. So I'm just gonna come in. I'm coming in a little faster here just because it's the final one and I'm not having to worry about lining all of them up because all 3 of those are already aligned. Look like Ralikins in one of my fighters. Perfect. These things can auto hover. All right, there we go. So this is our bombardment cannon setup, where I sit here, and Ralikin's gonna come over here and pick me up. So this thing's gonna actually attach to the bottom of his ship, and then the magnets obviously just hook on. One thing that also we have done that we realized when we were adding this is it is very heavy. So we have added space thrusters to the bottom. There's a lot of thinking in these builds. So the braces underneath are supposed to line up in a certain order. So he's going to slowly come down. I'm going to go ahead and magnetize. Now we're going to go ahead and attach our second part. So this is the AA defense. You're probably wondering, how are you going to attach this? Well, we've thought of that by making this almost the exact dimensions, but just a little bit smaller so that it can fit without making it a little too hard. I'm going to go ahead and magnetize with this. All right, and we are ready for takeoff. So with both of these systems, it does get pretty heavy, but you can still walk on it. So I'm going to go ahead and boost a little bit just so that it can speed up the process. So this just basically lightens the load for the entire platform so that it can just speed up quicker. You will see where we will have our shock absorbers do their job when we fire these cannons. So there's so much gunfire from these things and recoil that even though we have the shock absorbers, it still makes us drift back. I'm not in the plane. I fell. I can't catch you. I can't get you. You're speeding up faster than I can get up. Slow down. Oh shoot. That's an issue. Oh no. Come on. Up. Up. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. No, 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 no. Okay. I'm in. So this one's just basically to give us coverage from any incoming planes. We can fire one side. And then we can fire the other. And we can fire them both at the same time. So it's not just one. You can fire them straight. You can fire them straight. Almost straight up. Just gotta be careful where you aim most of them. So we're basically just a flying fortress. It does require 2 people to operate, which is a little bit of a bad thing, doing the cannons. Look at that. That is so powerful. I would not want to be down there when this thing fires. The AA defense, we used to have a bigger system, but it covered the entire flight deck. And it was cool, but we figured out if we're gonna add 3 more three attachments at once, that we're gonna need a flight deck still with that. So as we're coming in for a landing, we gotta think about multiple different things. We got 3 creations on here. Then we've also got how fast we're going down and how long it takes us for us to slow down. So if we're going about 40, we can slow down about 150 meters and a little less. But with all these systems, it does get complicated sometimes. But with that, it kind of makes it fun. One thing funny about the bottom ones is since they have this lift, they can kind of fly on their own, but they can't really control themselves. Like they'll just fly randomly. Trying to give them a boost, but keeps on being a little too strong. So the cans are gonna land first as basically a shock absorber, and then our shock absorbers that are meant to take the shock from the cannons will actually take the shock from the impact. And then we cut all of our engines off, and we are landed. But as I was saying, with our new system that we'll be able to land or put not aircraft, we will be able to put tanks and other vehicles on. We'll definitely add a bunch of capabilities to this thing. With that, hope you enjoyed, and see you in the next video. Peace. I'm stuck. Hold on. Oh wow, that's cool.